Welcome back to Sports Avenue, your one-stop shop for hot topics in the world of sports. Today we will dive into MLB Free Agency, the Eagles QB dilemma, and discussing possibilities on how the college football playoffs can be better and more competitive.
I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you to all our listeners this past week on YouTube, and all the people that go ahead and liked our page on Facebook and
Instagram, Twitter.
and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for all that. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, keep spreading the word.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
We appreciate our listeners. Hit that bell on YouTube. That's where all our content is right now.
Yes.
So find it there. And then for Facebook, Sports Avenue with Jim and Steve. Look us up. Find us. Go ahead and like that page. But don't forget to go ahead and hit that bell on YouTube so that you know when we post stuff. It's supposed to be every Saturday. That's going to be our goal from here on out. But obviously, nobody's life's perfect. So, with my work schedule and him doing whatever he's got to do, we're going to
just do what we can.
Absolutely,
produce weekly.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best to do a show, at least one show a week. It'll be on weekends, and that's our goal. But thank you guys again for listening last week, and we hope to continue to grow that number.
Yeah, just support us in any way you can. Give us feedback.
Yeah, feedback we got last week. Yeah. So everybody listened to it said they really liked the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not some, ESPN Disney funded show. It's just two dudes in a room with a mic.
Yep.
So
having fun,
just laughing it up.
Yeah,
talking about sports.
Yeah.
And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk broadly about sports, but then we're gonna do hometown stuff, so Cleveland things. I think that's going to be best for us. But, hey, we don't know for sure yet.
We'll just go with the flow, see what works best. Then
test stuff out, see what you guys want to do. So if you have ideas, go ahead and send it to us. We're more than willing to listen.
Yep.
But moving on. Up first, MLB Free Agency.
Yeah, it's been very slow this past winter.
It's been really slow. It's been really stupid.
Yeah, it's been dragged out.
I mean, training starts when?
Next month, February 23rd is the first game for Indians.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you figure...
First game?
Yeah, so pitchers and catchers report probably in a couple weeks. Maybe 2 weeks.
That's crazy. And then you look at Keuchel's not even on a team. Kimbrel's not on a team.
Harper, Machado, those guys are still waiting for their money.
Gonzalez, Jones.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys those guys are already going to be on the main roster by the time, even if they get signed. So it's not even like they have to climb through the minors. So it'd be more or less... they get paid, then they'll already be on the team. So
yeah, I mean, Bryce Harper. Yeah, so all the big names are really still available. I mean, I don't necessarily consider Brantley a big name because he doesn't really make that big splash. But he always when he's healthy, he's very good and he's very consistent.
He's a good cornerstone player to have.
Yes. But Bryce Harper. He going into the offseason, he was the big name. Don't get me wrong, Machado's a good player, but it's been all Harper all the time.
Yeah, because Harper's he's very popular in like mainstream, the pop culture. He's one of the main figures in baseball right now with him and Mike Trout.
And some people are saying Mike Trout's going to make a push. They're what you call it? I think it was the Phillies.
Yeah, he's a big Philadelphia fan. Anyways, he goes to a lot of the Eagles games.
Trout is?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, Harper, he can go to any number of teams.
He's an upgrade for almost any team in the MLB, basically.
Every single team.
I mean, basically everyone. Yeah, you really can't.
I mean,
he's a superstar player.
He is.
Puts butts in seats. I mean, you can't really ask much more for a superstar.
Yeah, he does. He absolutely does.
But yeah, the main teams that are looking at him are the White Sox, Nationals, and Phillies.
Which we all kind of knew about. Nationals said that they more than likely weren't going to re-sign him.
Yeah, I mean, his only leverage right now, or the Nationals' leverage, is that I guess they have good chemistry between the organization itself.
Oh yeah, I mean, what they do, and I think Bryce likes being in DC.
Yeah, it's a big destination, really.
It is, and but I also heard that he's had really good meetings with the Phillies, like really good meetings.
Yeah, if he goes to the Phillies, that team's going to be a dark horse contender, I think, for the playoffs this year. Definitely.
Yeah, they need starting pitching, but You keep adding pieces like that, you'll be okay.
Yeah, the White Sox, I mean, unless they give the most amount of money, and if he's going for the money, I don't see them being much of a contender. I think it's right now, if anything, between the Nationals and Phillies. They're the teams that can make the playoffs and do well. So, I mean, unless I think the White Sox just have to give out a bigger contract than he really is expecting, I guess.
Well, I mean, you look at the contract they just offered Machado. Manny Machado, he's drawing serious interest, in which he should.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's the same people, White Sox, Phillies, and now some mystery team. But the Sox, they offered him a 7-year, $175 million offer, and I guess his agent said that was way off.
I don't know how
$25 million a year is way off, James.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Steven.
Steven, what a guy. I guess, I don't know. If somebody was about to pay me $25 million a year.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. What was it? His
his
value was 26, and Harper's value is 31.
Yeah.
The market value.
Right.
So,
I mean, how much more do you want? Because I think there's a certain point until the baseball team's gonna be like, we can get someone to do. Great, you're not gonna get that superstar production, but we can get someone to at least fill a hole for a little while until we find our guy.
Yeah, look what the Indians did.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's for later. Yeah, I mean, if you're asking for, I don't know what way off is, but if it's any more than 35, I don't know if you're
35. I don't know if most teams can afford 35 a year.
Yeah, because that's only one guy on a team, and
that's one guy.
Yeah,
man.
I
don't see that. I don't see that being realistic.
Yeah, me neither.
I think 25. Isn't that what Stan's making? 25 a year.
26.
Oh, I mean, and Stan's production's crazy.
Oh yeah, he's a home run hitter. He's a power hitter in New York.
I don't know. I guess I don't think that.
I just think the White Sox, they're not that much of a big market team, so I don't think they have that type of money to give him such a huge contract.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So I think that's gonna be their problem.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a big issue for them. And then, with this mystery team, you and I were talking earlier, this mystery team offered the most money, but I haven't seen an offer from any mystery team.
Yeah,
So, it was all reported, but nobody knows dollar amount.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, if
you know it, go ahead and send it in to us. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know. If a mystery team, I think... I just don't know what Machado's values are for a team. Does he want the money? Does he want to win?
Clearly, $25 million isn't.
Yeah, I'm assuming money. Enough. Yeah, you're basically breaking a bank. It may pay off, but again, that's all considered.
Yeah, they're both 26 now. Harper and Machado.
Yeah,
so you give them 7-year contracts that puts them into early 30s.
Yeah, 33. 33.
At that point, their next contract is either going to be an extension with the same team for more money,
or they'll end up being traded. At some point, someone's going to want them. So
Machado's made a habit of being, bounced around.
He went to the Dodgers. That was the Orioles they had their fire sale. They got rid of everybody.
Which they should have.
Yeah, the team's garbage.
Yeah, the team is, and
it's the second worst. They were the worst team in the MLB behind second or worst.
I thought they were the very worst.
Between them and the Marlins, so it's one of the two.
Them too. And last I heard, Orioles don't even have a manager. They don't even have people in place yet. Because they're paying
or GM. Because they're paying guys that are past their primes. Chris Davis signed a mega contract.
Oh man.
They were paying guys that are past their primes.
The guy strikes out way too much for getting paid. Jeez.
Well, that's what a lot of the leagues like that now. You hit home runs or you strike out.
And he doesn't do either right now.
He does. He strikes out a lot. He doesn't hit home runs.
The Orioles fans know that one too hard.
Yeah. Got a nice baseball stadium though, so.
Yeah.
He's got that going for them.
Too bad you're in a ghetto. Baltimore's trash. You couldn't pay me to go to Baltimore. No way. Craig Kimbrell. So last I heard, Lou, I think I got all this off of RotoWire. December 10th, Red Sox President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski said the team was unlikely to re-sign Kimbrell. That was December 10th, so there's zero new information since then. I guess his agent said the market for Kimbrell is crazy low.
The only other guy that I really knew that was a reliever in free agency was Adam Ottavino, and he got signed to the Yankees just 2 days ago. So, It's just it's a small market for relievers, and I mean a lot of teams have good relievers around, so it's just
I look. What is it? It said it's down to 3 teams: the Red Sox, Phillies, and maybe Atlanta now.
yeah. If the Red Sox, I mean at this point they're probably out of the picture. I mean maybe he might go with them because he's been there. He could go back to Atlanta. I mean, that's definitely. I think he would be a good pickup for Atlanta to get that elite closer that they probably need.
Which would be nice, but
Yeah,
you and I we both agree Phillies need pitching.
yeah, they got their ace, but everything I think below is just kind of skeptical at this point. I mean, maybe if they get Kimbrel, I think the Phillies they have that elite closer. Then I think they're in some serious business.
I do too. So. You look at Kimbrel, and he is that elite closer.
Yeah,
he
was when he was in Atlanta, and he's been that in Boston too. He's been that guy.
And it's kind of scary that nobody
wants to pay him.
Has that need. Now, I haven't even seen people making offers.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
I guess when you're asking prices that high.
Yeah, I mean it's just there's no competition for him, and it's just kind of hard.
I mean, you're sitting there saying, I don't think he deserves, $20 million a year. I think that's pretty crazy.
No, not for a reliever. No,
I don't even think you pay him, like 18. I think his
16.
value was like 22.
I pay him 15, 16. If he gets that, if he really wants to play and get a contract, I think maybe take a small contract, prove yourself for a team like Atlanta or Phillies.
But he's gonna sit there, and that's an insult to a guy like that. He's an elite closer. He's already proved himself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just won a ring.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Then you move on to Dallas Keuchel, and he's got no new news, before the year's end. Mm-hmm. But all these teams are interested in him: Phillies, Padres, Rangers, Angels, Brewers, Blue Jays, and the Reds.
Yeah,
Cincy Reds.
All these guys need starting pitching desperately,
and they're all really trash teams.
Oh, the Phillies are solid. Padres are young.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, the Phillies are in on all these guys.
Yeah, the Phillies they're trying to make that playoff push now.
They can't afford all these guys.
Oh no, they were looking between one of the two between Machado and Harper. They're like the most likely team to get either one.
Yeah.
So, in that case, I think they look like a very nice team to go to. You might take probably a lower deal maybe, go win somewhere.
Yeah,
prove yourself. For maybe get like a 1-year contract for like 10.
He's 31 already.
Yeah.
Don't get what was it? Astros made a qualifying offer, 17.9 for a year. They made that offer, and Keuchel turned it down.
I don't know how you.
He's 31, and he's regressed the last 4 years.
Yeah, he wasn't that
since the Cy Young win in 2015.
I mean, you kind of forgot about him ever since.
You did forget about him.
Granted, the Astros have gotten much better since then, but he's just not that dominant force that now they would have with Garrett Cole and Lance McCullers. I mean, they just have a really good team around. I think.
And don't forget that guy from Detroit. What's his name? Verlander.
Oh yeah, Verlander too.
Dude's throwing straight heat.
Yeah, he's 36.
Oh man, and he's killing it. Him and his hot wife.
Yeah.
So, what was he saying he was looking for? He wants a 5-6 year deal at 31, and you've only regressed. You're not going to get that.
No, you
have not shown the productivity to deserve that, and that's sad. But at the same time, you can't expect the team to do that.
Right.
He deserves a multi-year contract. I agree with that. I think he does.
2 or 3 years, I think.
But yeah, 2-3 year deal. He's not going to get a 5-year, $15 million deal. $15 million a year deal.
Yeah, no,
you're not going to get that. And I think that's what.
Because why would you want a guy at 36, 37, and he might not even be on your team? That he could be. Yeah. He could retire by then. You never know.
Yeah, and that's what he wants. And
no one's going to want that. That's his ideal situation, but he hasn't been ideal.
No, that's suicide. I think he can grab a 3-year deal with $15 million a pop.
Yeah,
so you figure 3-year, $45 million total.
I think someone
there you go.
Maybe 2 years for 30. I think someone would do that. You'd go to a contender team,
or even like a 3-year, $10 million a year with like $2 million signing bonus per year.
Yeah, something.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think that'd be something he'd be down for.
Yeah, I don't see the problem with that, but
because the Phillies, if they really want to try and bring in both of these guys, or not both, but two of these big name dudes. They need pitching. We established that. So if you go after a Machado and you offer him 28, and you come down and you work some magic with Keuchel, you're getting a starting pitcher who's a middle rotation guy.
Yeah, middle back. I mean, whatever.
And you're getting an elite defender and bat.
Yeah, you're getting a good bat and an elite defender. I mean, you're getting...
And don't get me wrong, Keuchel, he'll give you quality starts. It's just not what he was.
Yeah, it's just, he's kind of on a downhill slide. But Verlander also had that problem. He was in Detroit, and, they're...
Oh, man, he was sliding hard.
Yeah, then he comes to Astros, and now
he's killing it.
Yeah, so...
He's one of the best pitchers in the game.
Yeah, right now, he just reinvented himself.
It's been really, really cool watching him change his entire career around.
Yeah.
Because I know the Indians were tearing him up for a while, and it's like you go to the ballpark and you just
he struggled, but
watch him get ripped on.
Yeah.
Oh, home run!
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Then the Astros go into the Cleveland and they just kind of rip them apart. But oh well.
Yeah, they did something like that.
Probably an understatement.
But I mentioned Marwin Gonzalez.
He did not,
because I think. Overall, I think he should be an option for the Indians, but
yeah, for most teams, I would agree.
And even all the info I saw said that all these teams are interested in him, except for the Astros. They didn't even make him an offer.
Yeah, but the Astros,
they don't need to because they just signed Brantley.
Yeah, so
they signed Brantley for cheaper than what he's asking.
Yeah, and he'll put up a stat line of 300.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah. He's drawn interest from every team. According to Roto World, he's drawn interest from every team except the Astros. And in 2017, he had a great year.
Yeah, that's like an all-star caliber year.
That's a pretty good year. And then in 2018, he looked like Kipnis.
Yeah,
I mean,
very mediocre.
Yeah,
He's kind of
mediocre.
Yeah, you kind of just wonder where he went.
He just garbage. His stat line was 247, 324, and 409 with 16 homers, 68 ribbies, 145 games.
That's a really big decline.
That is awful.
And that's in more games on top of it.
Yes,
that's even more concerning.
And in 2017, he was batting 303, 377, and 530 with 23 home runs and 90 ribbies in 134 games. So,
if he was asking for what he's asking is like his market value is like 18 a year.
Yeah, his market value is just shy of 18 million.
If he was a free agent in 2017, of course I would pay him 18 million because you're going to take. I'd rather take that risk.
Absolutely, he's getting that.
But now I think his market value drops a ton. I think he'll get no more than 14 million because who's going to want 247, 324, and 409?
I think he'll be a late signing, but he will get signed.
Oh yeah, someone's going to definitely sign him.
But I think you give him a multi-year deal. You say, here's $12 million a year with 1.5 as a signing bonus for 3 years.
Yeah,
and you ride it like that. I wouldn't be mad if the Tribe went after him. But I feel that they'll be the team to overpay, just because it seems to be a Cleveland thing, man.
You're like overpaying players that are
like Santana.
Yeah, just a few.
Anyway, it kills me that Brantley left for $15 million a year with $1 million signing bonus.
And the Indians didn't want to pay that.
And the Indians didn't even want to pay that.
That blows my. I thought he got like a big mega contract.
I did too. I'm sitting there. It kills me because they have to be seeing something we weren't.
But what's that?
I saw incredible production,
consistent and incredible. I mean, an everyday player producing. I mean, you can't ask much more for.
No, you really can't. He played well here when he was healthy. When healthy,
yeah,
he played very well.
But he played all last year, I think. So I mean,
yes, he did.
That was my main thing. I'd pay that if he played all year. Pay him.
Pay the man.
Yeah.
Pay that man. You pay that man.
And 16's a steal for.
My God, 16 would I mean even 17, 18.
I pay 18. Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely. I'd be okay with flipping Santana's contract to Brantley.
Oh yeah,
that.
For sure, because you're getting that consistency. You're getting a hitter and a guy that can get on base.
Absolutely. The next day we're going to talk about Adam Jones. So, Gonzalez and Jones are two guys that I really would not mind.
I think they'd be good. They're just more like Band-Aid. So they're just
they're not going to be long-term guys, but they're guys that
just put them in there for a year or two. See if you can get Zimmer on the right track. Just guys that you're.
That'd be great because he's not even on the depth chart. He's
I know.
Still on the minors.
Yeah, so
because I didn't hate Zimmer.
I didn't either until he got hurt, and then
then he just kind of disappeared.
No one's talking about him, and
I think Jones, Adam Jones, he's on the downhill for sure.
Oh yeah, he's like was he 33?
Stats show it.
But he's still a solid option.
He's still got that bat.
Yeah, he's solid. He's just a solid option all around for a good, decent contract. A year or two, maybe like a 1 year, one club option, maybe.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I would
player option. Yeah, just some.
That'd be a legit offer.
Just to hold him in. You
can even offer him 12. With
2 year 24 with a club option for a third year or something like that. Something simple.
And I think, because his market value is 16, but if you offer him, you lowball him like that, I think it'd be all right. I don't even know if anybody looking at him, which I think is sad, because it's not like the dude's dead.
He's not a bad player at all.
He's not. He's a good defender too.
Yeah, I liked him as a center fielder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the center fielder we have now, but then again, we haven't seen him play.
Yeah, he had that bad.
So he almost died.
Yeah, literally.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the free agency as a league. We're going to talk about the Indians' needs.
They need a lot.
And let me tell you, it is really ugly. This is sad.
Just to think what they were like a couple years ago, maybe.
You look back to 2016 when the city was rumbling. Everybody was happy.
Yeah,
the Monsters brought home the Calder Cup. Yeah. The Cavs brought home the championship.
The finals, yeah.
And the Indians choked in Game 7. Or choked in the series.
The Browns went 1-15.
The Browns went 1-15. That's not important. We're not talking about that one.
But yeah, it's kind of great. Yeah.
The only thing. Well, I can't say that. There are two good things.
I would say a few bright, like 2-3 bright spots.
Three bright things that the Indians have. That is their starting pitching is the absolute best in the league.
Yeah, when those guys are at their peak, I think they're the best. They're the best collective group, no doubt.
They are the best. And then you have J-Ram, Jose Ramirez, and then Francisco Lindor.
And
Frankie and J-Ram. That's it. That is it. And don't get me wrong, Brad Hand, he's not awful.
He's a solid.
I think he's going to step up this year.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Simber turns out to be what we all wanted him to be.
Those are the only relievers that they have on their depth chart right now. Everyone else is
everybody else can get got. That's the way.
Get the boot, ship them off to somewhere far away that we never see them again.
Bye bye. Yeah. You get out of here.
Yeah, we don't need them.
And
the Indians don't need them.
But I think if they go ahead and they trade off Kluber, I think that'd be after seeing the depth chart. That is a mistake. I mean, you can't afford to.
Well, I don't.
If you want to compete at all, you have to maintain that. You have to maintain at least your starting pitching, and you got to hope they go 6-7 innings every single game.
And you can still lose a game. That's like two. I mean,
trust me.
They will lose.
We watched the bullpen do it last year.
They did it so much, yeah.
Time and time again.
And the thing, like a couple years ago, that was their strong point. I mean, literally.
Yeah. Oh,
the bullpen was their.
2016 was. Oh, wow, the Indians got the best pen in the league, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna take them, and they did.
And when I was thinking
you rode Miller, you rode Allen, and those guys killed it.
Yeah.
Until they didn't. Until Miller got hurt and he wasn't the same.
Yeah. Then Allen I don't know what happened to him. He just dropped off the face of the earth.
Yep.
It seems like.
And then Kluber in the playoffs since 2016 has been
that's been
awful.
Yeah, that's.
And I don't want to say that about Kluber, but he's been awful.
Yeah, he's just
in the playoffs.
You're thinking this guy would have never pitched in the playoffs before, or just a rookie.
Yeah, this guy never even seen a baseball. When it comes to playoff time, he's like, "What is this?"
Yeah, throw it down the middle or something. Hope for the best.
Round circle. What is this?
Oh, what's the red stick?
Is this? Yeah. How do I hold it?
Yeah.
I put it where?
Yeah. You guys,
what's a glove?
Oh, who are the Indians?
Why do I have to stand so far away?
Yeah. If you get a deal for Kluber that you really just can't pass up, I think you just got to get rid of him.
Yeah,
feel like
at this point, you either need.
I think they're right now. They look like they don't even know if they want to rebuild or if they want to make a playoff push. They really.
I'm looking at this depth chart right now. Aside from your starting pitching,
I'd rather suck. I'd rather rebuild.
I would rather rebuild.
I would ship off as much as you can, get as much as you can.
You fire sale everybody, except for J-Ram
and Lindor.
And
unless you get a
and I'm a huge Kluber fan. I'm a huge Bauer fan. You have at this point you need to do something. You keep Bieber.
You gotta make the choice.
I mean, you could get rid of
because you're not going to compete with the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Astros. I mean,
I think this is Lindor's contract year too.
I think it's either this year or next year.
And then we got J-Ram for a while, but at the same time, he might be hit or miss. He might be down a season, up as and then
he had a bad second half last year.
He did. It was bad.
I mean, he was on like pace, I think, to break like 45, 50 home runs, and he
was on pace to break over 50.
Yeah, then he only lasted with 39. 39? I was concerned. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope he's.
And then he was non-existent in the playoffs too.
Yeah, the offense was completely non-existent.
Oh man, it was bad. Yeah. I mean, you're sitting there and it's like, man, you hit your stride. You were doing great before the break.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you came out and you just laid eggs. It was really sad to see.
But yeah, the team was much better than what they showed, in my opinion. I thought they were not that bad. If you're telling me the gap between the Astros and the Indians are that much, then in my opinion, you should just get rid of whatever you can, however you can, and just start again. Because again, you just can't compete with the top dogs. You just can't.
No, you can't. I mean, you'll win the division, but. At this point, it's
what's it mean? It means nothing.
It means nothing. It's almost an insult.
You get
like if you win the division with this team,
you get a banner. But what else do you have? You get to say you got shellacked in the playoffs again twice.
I'm just not impressed with it. You see names you recognize, but at the same time, they're all non-contributing factors. I look at Roberto Perez, and I want to blow my brains out.
Like who?
Why is he starting? Why is he our starting catcher? And then you trade for this Kevin Plawecki joke, and
unless he's
your starting catcher is Roberto Perez.
That's like
that is it makes me crawl in my skin. I hate myself for saying it. That's how bad that is.
I gag every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
He can call a game great, but his defensive ability is minor. His minor league at best.
His offensive ability is like.
And his offensive ability should be at the Lake County Captains.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So my thing is, he is a career like 200 hitter.
Not even. I don't even think he's that.
He's a 200, 195. So I mean, you're telling me a catcher like that?
Career average 205. Excuse me.
So he's saying one.
What did he bat last year? He was in 62 games.
168. That's
168.
That's like he's getting one hit per 5 at bats in his career. A little bit more. I mean, like that's not even one hit a game. That's one hit like every 3 games. That's bad.
Oh God, I'm getting mad looking at his picture in the stat line. I don't. As a backup, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, just
great.
He's go with
stay there.
Yeah, he's good as like that guy. You just Gomes get started. Go just do a couple games.
Yeah.
We don't care what happens.
Thanks, Jan. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
And then you just he's so angry when you see his name starter. Why?
There's no point.
Oh, I'm pissed. And. It's stuff like that. So you look at Roberto Perez.
Like who?
And then this Jake Bauers guy.
I forgot how they got him.
Nobody knows how we got him.
They got him in some.
We looked for him. I couldn't even find it. Whatever.
I hope he's the next coming of Babe Ruth. But
yeah,
I
look at his stat line now. He's been pro for 1 year, and.
Hey,
he batted .201. Oh, great! With 11 homers and 48 ribbies in 96 games. He is our starting first baseman.
This dude better be like, I don't know, he better be the next Albert Pujols or something.
How is that your starting first base? I mean, like, you guys. I don't get it, man. I don't understand.
I mean,
that move.
Unless they see, unless this dude has like some power or something about him.
He better be the best defensive player at first base I've ever seen.
Yeah, Yonder was good last year.
Yonder was underrated defensively.
I was super surprised. I didn't think he was that
So
good.
was I did not either.
And Edward was not even that bad either.
Well, come on.
He was very slow, but he wasn't that bad with the glove.
He was. Yeah, that's true. And then you go to second. You go to second base and you see Kipnis' name.
It should never be there.
And it shouldn't be there. He flat out, what are you doing there?
Yeah, go to the Cubs. I don't even care if you go to the Cubs.
Yeah, please, go home, you freaking bum.
Yeah, I don't... I don't care where you go.
So, I just remember watching him last year on the game, or on the TV, and screaming at the TV. You know, calling him filthy names.
Yeah.
Because he was hot garbage.
I mean, he was okay.
And then he was batting like 195.
I remember, yeah. He picked it up towards the end of the year.
And he did. He improved a lot to the point to where if he would have been playing half as good at the end of the year as he did all year, he would have had a career year.
I don't know about career.
I think so. He ended up with 18 dingers and 75 ribbies. That's what I think his most was 84 ribbies and like 23 homers. So even his average ended up being 230. Which is really low for his career, but...
Maybe a second baseman shouldn't be hitting 230, in my opinion.
No, you need to be hitting higher. You got to be hitting, 250, 275?
I'd rather have a guy that's 275 and only hits, 10 home runs.
Yeah, give me 10 dingers, but give me, 80, 85, 90 ribbies.
Yeah, I don't care what you do. Just score runs.
Get guys in.
Yeah.
And he just... I'm so mad.
I think he's the only guy in the professional sports world. I think a sports team keeps him for sex appeal or something. I mean, every Indians game you go to, you see a bunch of people that love Kipnis,
and they're all women.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, why? Why do you like this guy?
It's like, oh wow,
switch to Frankie or something.
Yeah, jeez.
Like, come on.
J-Ram's small, but God, he swings the bat okay.
Yeah.
He swings the wood just fine. Yeah. Jeez. And I get so mad. And then you go to, you got J-Ram at third. Great. I love him. Frankie at short. I love him. I love the both of them. J-Ram and Frankie are great.
Yeah, but at the same time, their talent's being wasted by trash around them.
Now they're trash. You're getting wasted by... if
these guys are going to get overplayed, then they're going to get burned out.
Because there is nobody on the roster right now, this depth chart, there is nobody else that can play third base other than Jose Ramirez.
And the thing is, I think he's a better second baseman.
I do too. He is a better second baseman.
I think he's better second baseman. He's not bad at third, but I'd rather have.
I really liked what Donaldson did in the little time he played at third base last year.
Oh, yeah, I think a full year with him, and this is a different story right now.
But. Oh, it is. This is all hypothetical. But gosh dang, if they would have had Donaldson at third, if they would have signed him,
you had a bat and a glove in the hot corner. So
and you had a solid middle defensively.
Yeah,
and Yonder, who was good on the at first.
So you keep on. Kipnis, didn't even play center field most of the time.
Oh God,
it was just
why he is even in the outfield. So it's so annoying. It is so annoying.
I don't know.
And then you put him in center of all places, and you put Greg Allen out at left, who's got some serious wheels.
I liked Allen at center field much better.
I
don't know why he's a left fielder, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Well, if you're looking at the depth chart with Leonis Martin, I know he's a great defender, but
nobody in the Indians or fans really has seen him play.
Yeah, because he was.
I haven't seen him play.
Me neither.
I don't know what he's like. All I know is that he almost died.
Yeah.
And he's back.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome back.
Hopefully you're good.
I look at this. So, in the outfield, you got Greg Allen at left, Leonis Martin in center, and Naquin at right.
And I like
Naquin.
Yeah, but he's just... my only concern is...
That's your power in the outfield. Is Naquin, and that is...
And he's not even there.
He's not even there.
Most of the time.
Yep. He's scary. It's scary. And you signed all these guys that you didn't see last year, and Kevin Plawecki, Max Moroff, who the hell is that guy? Jordan Luplow. I mean, you went and got these guys that aren't starting,
but they're
for depth positions. What? You need dudes that can swing the wood,
and they don't have anybody. You only have two guys.
But you have two guys, and they both hit within the top three in your lineup.
So you think about it, your first inning, you have to put up like 3 runs and hope for the best.
Yep. Yeah. You better jump on them quick.
Yeah. You get behind. There's no way they're coming back.
No, because they can't. Because your starting pitching is that good.
Until you get to your bullpen.
Yeah, until you get to your bullpen, and you better hope Simber is going to be able to deal 2 innings.
Yeah.
And then that's saying something. Because Simber did not show I did not like what I saw last year after we got him.
He was just more like middle of the road.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope he comes better though. I think this year he gets a full year. Gets acclimated to Cleveland. Hopefully him and Brad Hand. I think Brad Hand struggled a little bit too. I think once those guys.
Yeah, it did. But I think getting traded in the middle of the year like that. I think that turned him off a little bit. Which don't get me wrong, it would too. But
yeah, hopefully I think you got an off season to get ready to go. I think. But again, I don't think 2 guys in your bullpen's gonna do.
No, but I mean, at this rate, I'd actually have to look and see what the Tribe has
in their
for starting
farm system.
Yeah, starting pitching depth past these 5, past Kluber, Carrasco, Bauer, Clevenger, and Bieber, and to determine whether if you deal Kluber.
Can you have a 5th guy?
Yeah, if you can have a 5th.
Because your 1 through 4 is fine. And
yeah.
I think even if you take Kluber out, your first 4 are fine.
Honestly, if you lose Kluber, but you gain a bat at first,
anywhere, an outfielder.
Really anywhere at this point.
If you get a center, I don't even know who you would trade. I don't even put like Greg Allen at center, move Martin to right or something. I don't know. But if you get a power hitter,
you can leave Martin at center if he's a good defender. That's what you want.
If you get a power bat somewhere, I don't know. You need a power bat somewhere. I don't care where it is. If Bowers is a power hitter, he has to show it this year, because there's no way that.
1 year pro with 11 dingers. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it, buddy.
I don't think so either. In like a 205 average. Yikes.
I mean, looking at his stat line, 96 games played, 182 games, right? 181 games.
How many games did he play?
No, he played 96, and I'm talking about the season.
He probably got called up like halfway through the year.
Yeah, so if you go ahead and you extend everything out to a full year and you keep everything where it was, that's not a bad year. He's actually shows.
You just got to hope it's consistent.
You need to beg that he's going to be consistent, and he hits a little bit better than what he was, because he struck out 104 times in 96 games.
Yes.
That's
a strikeout a game.
That's over that. So that's not great.
A little bit, yeah.
So he'd be on pace for like 200 strikeouts in a year, which is not good.
Nope.
But he'd also be on pace for like 22 dingers and 90 RBIs.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's even worth it, because you're having a guy that strikes out 200 times and he's only hitting 22 home runs. I'd rather see that guy hit 30 plus. 22 home runs. I mean,
I'd rather watch
Lindor. Lindor's close to 40.
Yeah, but that was unexpected. I don't think anybody expected him to smash 40 or almost 40 last year. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, they only have 2 power. They only have 2 guys that can really hit the ball over the fence almost consistently, and that's it. So that's my concern. Because last year the lineup was good because you had Edwin that could, even if he didn't hit the ball at the park, you had Lindor and Ramirez to get guys on base. Yonder could hit, he can get on base. Then Edwin would drive him home.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
His batting average was like 230.
And if he didn't do it, Alonso was there.
Yeah, someone.
And if he didn't do it, who was there? Kipnis. He ended up improving as the year went on.
Yeah, just someone. They don't have that someone.
No, they don't even have close to that someone right now.
And you know what the thing is? They were one of the best power hitting teams. I think it was last year or 2 years ago, and now
now they literally have nothing. They have no power now. Oh well, Santana can you shut up. Shut
he'll
up.
He'll get maybe 20, 25 home runs.
He'll get that. He'll be happy to be back home in Cleveland. Great, glad to have you.
But for $20 million, nope.
In the hypothetical, Kipnis would be worth something to some team, and you could probably gain a little bit. And
draft picks, bolster your farm system at some point. You gotta bolster your farm system because, this is only you're a year, two, no more than 3 away from rebuilding.
Yeah, at this point, because Kluber, you have to assume in 3-4 years, Kluber's not going to be worth much.
He's 35, 36.
He's going to be broken
Carrasco's
out.
31.
Yep, he'll be
Bauer's 28, 35. He'll be 30-1, 30.
So he'll be on the cusp, and then Clevenger and Bieber will be your guys, but neither one of them are aces.
No, they're good middle rotation.
After what half a year of seeing Bieber, he might develop into that.
Maybe,
but Clevenger is not an ace.
He's a good.
He's a middle of the road guy.
He gets you 5-6 innings.
Yep. I think if you deal Kluber, you got to gain at least one bat.
But I don't care if you got to figure out if you want to rebuild or you want to play win now. If you want to rebuild, you get the top prospect in any organization you can. That is either a power hitter, the next Craig Kimbrell, anybody, just someone, Mariano Rivera, the next elite closer. You either get a power bat, you get a closer.
But you go young.
Yeah, you have to go young. There's no other way.
You have to.
A guy that's
because I think Greg Allen, I think he'll develop into a pretty decent outfielder.
He'll be a serviceable outfielder for sure.
I liked what I saw last year from him.
Yeah, if he
I think Naquin, if he stays healthy, he's going to do fine. He's a pro.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know.
I absolutely agree.
They keep up. I think the problem is we're not able.
Yeah, they get too jumpy with Naquin.
Yeah, he's in the minor. He's in the pros for 40 games, and they send him into the minors.
Yeah.
And they're like, keep him up. I like him.
I do too.
Yeah.
People like him. At least I like him. I like Naquin.
Yeah.
I like when I watch him play.
Yeah, he's just not healthy. I think that's his main problem. He gets hurt once or twice a year.
And don't get me wrong, I don't hate that Santana's back. I like Santana.
But for $20 million a year.
But for $20 million a year, I don't want him on this team.
No.
I think that was a saving face move by management, by the ownership, and I think it was a really bad move for right now.
Oh yeah,
you offload Edwin, who is going to make just as much, who produces.
He fits the team role. He fits the role.
Yes. Edwin fit the role.
Santana's just one of the 6 other guys that can get on base.
Because you're not going to put Santana in your 4 spot.
No.
How did we work this out? What it would be, Allen or Frankie leading off?
No, it'd be Allen or Santana because those guys can both get on base. Santana.
Yeah, you're right. No, never mind. Yeah,
because you have to have Lindor and Ramirez because those guys can hit the ball.
Those are your only power guys.
Those are the only guys that can hit the ball around the field.
And then your 5's probably going to be Kipnis.
Or
Naquin.
Martin.
It is an absolute crapshoot. This Bowers kid.
Think about it. You go. 1 through 4. Then it's 3 pitch, 3 out innings the rest of the way down.
Yeah, that's not great.
Or you'll get guys on base, but then you gotta expect Greg Allen or Santana to hit, and they don't hit that well. They're not bad, but
no.
But Greg Allen only hit like 215 last year, and Santana's like a 240 hitter. So you gotta hope that they produce a little bit.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Jimmy. Santana's a 240 hitter, but he gets on base a lot. So I'm gonna need you to.
But that's like everyone.
To back up off of that.
That's everyone else on the team except Lindor and Ramirez.
Yeah, we thought initially we looked at it. We thought they were doing the straight Moneyball scheme, and they were going straight on base percentage, and they were trying to play the numbers that way.
But it's not going to get you anywhere.
But it's not, because literally the only guy that you've signed in the offseason or traded for that's starting is Jake Bowers. And he's played 1 year, and that was half a year.
And Santana, too. Santana got out of the trade.
Well, yeah, but they got him marked as DH.
And a backup and
a backup first baseman, which is crazy.
Because you probably can play Bowers as DH, too. You can probably go either way.
Unless Santana's got some seriously bad knees, you got to catch him.
He's 31. He won't catch. They stopped playing him at catcher when Gomes and those guys came
I
up.
know, which kills me because I really liked him behind the plate.
Yeah,
Santana called a good game. He was underrated defensively.
I didn't mind Santana.
I liked him at catcher, but I know when sign like that happens, his knees are going bad. Which,
yeah, especially when you had guys like Gomes who could replace him, at least serviceably.
Yeah, Gomes. I mean, he never had a good bat until last year. It's like, oh well, you're out of here.
Yeah, 250.
Hey, thanks.
The thing is, his stats weren't even like that crazy. He was just, I think he was.
No, his stats were actually they're inflated, but I don't know.
He was solid,
I think the Indians should have made Brantley an offer.
Oh yeah,
and then you don't trade Yonder, and then you don't bring in Santana, and this team isn't bad. This team's okay.
Yeah, because the team can manage for I think another year after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now you're in there and you're talking like, at the point after sitting here and talking with you, the Indians, they need to make a move. They need to make a trade. You got to start the rebuild.
But that's again
because
do they even
but the
know?
thing is, if you start the rebuild now, you're losing Frankie next year.
Which
I'm pretty because I'm almost positive this is a contract year. So you're losing Frankie.
Which at that point is it much? If you're looking at like what are you doing with him then? At the same time, because what are you gonna do with him in the next couple of years? Nothing. You'll win a division for a year or two. He's gonna want to go somewhere and win.
Yeah, but so at that point you might as well look to trade off Frankie.
Well, yeah, you'll get
a lot. So if you do that,
you'll get a lot of young prospects.
So the thing is, if you're gonna do that, just fire Sale. You keep J.
You have to.
You keep J. Ram.
Well, yeah, because he's under contract.
He's under contract. But you trade Frankie. You trade Kluber. You hold on to Bauer. You deal Carrasco, and you hold on to Clevenger and Bieber. You hold on to your younger guys. You got three solid pitchers, but you're dealing Kluber, Carrasco, and Lindor. You're getting at least. You're getting high end prospects.
Oh yeah, you have to
at least one per guy. And that's not including draft picks.
Yeah.
Or cash options. So.
You have to get young prospects.
Yeah,
or a high draft pick of like the next young top tier player.
The thing is, if you go and you deal Kluber, you go to the Phillies, and you say, "Hey, this is what we got." You grab a prospect, and you do it now.
The Padres have they have a lot of young guys on their team too.
Padres
do.
But I think what I'm thinking is you go to a team that needs pitching, you grab a prospect, and then you take that money you just saved, and you go and sign one of those guys. You go and sign Harper. You go and sign Machado, and you throw his ass at third, or you throw him at.
Or you package like Kluber.
And you throw him at short.
Maybe. Honestly, if you really want a top-tier prospect that's, like, close to coming up, you put Kluber maybe with a high draft pick or a draft pick that they have, then get that guy because he'll be for cheap. Then, yeah, sign. If you can, unless if they get signed by the time that trade happens, then save it for next year or whoever, and then you have to be aggressive.
And I think that they would be. With that. And then Carrasco, we looked at his stats the last.
Oh yeah,
he's been gold
the
last 4 or 5 years. That when he's been healthy, he's been gold. One of the top pitchers in the league.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be worth something.
Yeah, I think he'd be more worthy for a team that is looking for a postseason run, and not a team that's like starting to come up.
Yes.
If you get a team like of the Phillies, I think the Phillies actually would probably be a better fit for them rather than the Kluber.
And
because you got a 2-3 guy that can go in there, do his job, get a lot of strikeouts,
just wheel, and he's got filthy stuff.
Oh yeah,
And I think, I don't think they can afford Kluber and Carrasco. But something's got to happen, and if you're gonna do it,
you can't let these guys. Yeah, you can't let these guys walk.
And I don't want to see Frankie leave.
Oh no,
I love watching him play.
Oh, yeah,
I love when he sits there and he cracks those dingers. I love going to the park. I love it all.
Yeah,
because J-Ram does not bring the same feel that Lindor does.
Well, when you look at Lindor, you think of like he has like that superstar aspect to him.
Yeah.
J-Ram's like he's like a Brantley. He doesn't have like a personality to him. It's just he's good.
Yep.
Lindor has like that extra level that extra like boost that just makes him feel like he's the real deal.
Absolutely, I agree. I think if you deal Lindor, you deal him early in the season.
Yeah, when he's hot.
Yes. Or I mean, I don't think he even needs to prove that. I think he's worth gold right now.
Oh, he's worth. You can put him on any team, and almost they're.
But I would not be surprised if.
I just think
if that deal is made.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised either. It would suck because you're just thinking, oh, he's gone. You don't get to see that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but I think they signed all these guys for depth, but they still need outfielders. So if you're going to develop Allen and Naquin, that's great. Then develop them.
Yeah.
But then you still need to sign relief pitching. Your relief pitching's awful.
Yeah, you'll never win a game because you have guys with ERAs +4. So what's the point?
No, yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle for them. But assuming their starting pitching comes in where they need to be, it'll be an uphill battle for the last 3 innings. Which is
you face an offensive heavy team. You're not going to win.
No, you won't.
You will never win.
No. And I don't even necessarily know if you can rely on your defense anymore. I mean, you got J-Ram and Frankie.
You have the left field, and that's it. You have the left side of the infield, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's rough. All right, moving on to the Eagles' quarterback dilemma. So, Jim and I are at odds here. I am pro Wentz, and he is Foles. But we understand that neither one of them can finish the season.
Yeah, outside of Wentz's rookie year, I mean, he hasn't been healthy.
Yeah, either back or, And
again, those are two major ligaments, two major parts of your body.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you also look at Foles. Jimmy, okay, so he thinks that Foles utilizes the talent around him on the Eagles better
I just thought,
than Wentz does.
I was like, when you heard when they were talking about the Eagles this season and when they were struggling, all I heard was Zach Ertz. I never heard Alshon Jeffrey when they got
not at all.
I heard you never heard Golden Tate. There was just
Golden who?
Yeah, I like Golden Tate.
He's a little overrated.
I think he's good for the Eagles. I mean,
he is good for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles don't need those number ones. They just need guys that can catch balls.
Jeffrey's a red zone threat. Then Golden Tate's your guy that can get big plays. I mean, it's what they are. So, I mean, I just think Foles was good with the talent around him. I felt.
And my idea about Wentz is he's the future. He's younger. He's got, two more years on his rookie contract. Or 1 more year.
Yeah.
And Foles is about to get paid $20 million. And nobody's going to give him that.
No, not for... Yeah.
So, they'll cut him. They won't pay the $20 million.
Yeah, they already stated...
They'll keep Wentz.
Yeah, they already said... Doug Peterson already said he's going with Wentz. I don't blame him.
There you go.
I don't really blame them for taking Wentz. I'm just saying my concern is he going to be healthy to say he is the future? Because if he's hurt...
Which you're not wrong.
That's my only concern with Wentz.
Yeah.
Because if Wentz is healthy and he's producing those numbers, that's fine.
And he was. While he was producing those numbers, he wasn't necessarily healthy.
Yeah. I'm not saying Wentz is bad. I'm just thinking like Foles. I just think he fits the Philadelphia Eagles system better. That's all.
And then you look at it, and the argument can be made. Maybe they'll deal Wentz, and they'll pick up like a Teddy Bridgewater. They'll keep Wentz, and then they'll pick up like a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Which you and I talked about, and we agree the Browns should definitely go after Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he's a slinger.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
It's not even like he's played in the league long, but it's not like he's played consistently as a starter.
No, he's not a starter.
But his thing is his arm's good. He's not, dead.
Yes, like Tyrod Taylor is not a starter. He's going to start somewhere. He's a
starter. He's a starter, but he's just not. He didn't never fit the Browns system. Browns are vertical. The Browns are vertical.
Well, they are now. Back when what's his face was calling plays, it was complete. I couldn't believe the turnaround.
But the Browns again, their system fits for big playmakers. And,
that's
and downhill running.
Yep.
So I mean, you have the guys and pieces to do that.
Yep.
So
I agree.
But yeah, I personally, I never had a problem with Wentz. It's just I'm more concerned about his health.
Which I agree. That's why you need to have a quality backup.
Yeah.
Which I personally think that Fitzpatrick is. However, I think Foles' best case scenario, because he is proven, especially in Philly, but they're not going to pay him $20 million.
Oh no, not for a backup. No, not at all.
No, no way. So
he wants to play as a starter. So
Foles does?
Oh
Yeah, he's not going to get that. I don't think he'll be if he's a starter. Maybe Miami?
I was thinking that'd be I mean, honestly, I was going through teams last night. I mean, I personally don't like Marcus Mariota or Mitchell Trubisky for the teams. So I'm thinking he would be good for both of those teams. They're both basically.
Can you imagine him in Chicago? That's not a bad move.
I'm just saying. Look at Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard, I think, is underrated. He's a good.
Jordan Howard is highly underrated. So is Tariq Cohen.
Oh yeah. With Tariq Cohen, it's more like he can play. He's like Darren Sproles. He likes to play special teams, play him out of the backfield a little bit, to toss it to him.
Yeah,
he makes plays.
Yeah, he's a Duke Johnson.
But think about he's more Darren Sproles, I think.
Duke but Darren's all right, fair enough. Go ahead.
You put him, just like theoretically, you put Foles in Chicago. He's got Allen Robinson, who's kind of like Alshon Jeffrey. He's that tall vertical threat. Taylor Gabriel.
Allen Robinson underrated. He's underused too. He's underutilized.
Yeah. Because Trubisky can't throw it.
I know he can. I agree with you hard Trubisky. And don't get me wrong, I knew I played against Mitch Trubisky, growing up. So it's he's not. I don't think he. No,
I think he just doesn't fit what the Bears want to do. I think again they're power running. Then they're just
Mitch Trubisky would be good on like a Seahawks team where they run the ball a lot.
Yeah,
and
we were
the throws that are made are
short. Yeah, you got a guy like Doug Baldwin. You just throw it to him, he's gonna catch it. That's it. Bears they got to run the ball a lot, play action, big ball, deep ball. That's what the Browns do, and they're successful at it. You got a guy that can throw it downfield. Trubisky struggles with that.
No kidding.
Again, I think like Foles. Again, Trey Burton. He was on the Eagles. Philly special.
Yep.
So
yeah, and then he was their tight end, and
he's the second tight end
for Chicago, and he was underutilized this year.
Yeah. So again, and they have an elite defense. That defense is legit.
The Bears defense is legit. And I wrote pieces, and I'm gonna have another one coming out here either today or tonight or maybe tomorrow on Dog Pound Daily. The Browns definitely need to target one of the corners from the Bears. Have to. You have to.
The Bears defense is just they were good without Khalil Mack, but when you got that superstar player in Khalil Mack.
That's right, Bryce Callahan.
The Bears are a top 10 defense without Khalil Mack already.
Oh, absolutely.
Then you put Khalil Mack, they're the top defense in the NFL. It's not even a question.
No, it's not even a question. You cannot argue they're a top 5 defense with an elite pass rusher who provenly got to the quarterback after being traded.
His first game, he got traded 2 weeks within a game or something. Oh. Think about it. Within 2 weeks, he was on a play count against Green Bay. And they almost beat Green Bay. And if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers coming back in, they would have won.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bears' offense is a weakness.
Absolutely.
The quarterback. I don't like saying that because Trubisky is still young, but
and he's a hometown guy for us.
Yeah, so
he's literally we're both from hometown, his hometown.
Yeah,
so it's funny. At the same time, you got to call it how you see it.
Yeah, I think that Foles will. I think Foles in Chicago. I don't know for 16 games, but
that's the thing. Can he go? Then it's the same worry about Wentz. Neither one of them have shown they can go full seasons.
Mm-hmm. At least consistently as what their production shows in short spurts.
Yes, that's why they were good together.
Yeah, because Foles was like that. It was I kind of put it in a baseball analogy is that Wentz is like the starter, Foles will come in as a closer.
And it's not, or you could even use the overused phrase, the next man up.
Yeah.
Foles is great being that next man up, and the team rallied him. And like you said, he utilized the guys around him, and they trusted in him to do it, and he did it.
And their secondary, the Eagles secondary was really bad, and there was their weak spot. Granted, they had a lot of injuries though, and that was just kind of why they lost.
Yeah, I agree.
The fact, and they were competitive against New Orleans, which I was not expecting. I was expecting 35, 21, 14. And the fact that when they won 14-0 in the first quarter, I'm thinking no way that they're about to blow out New Orleans.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man. I think they're going to stick with Wentz.
Yeah,
Wentz. Yeah. They're going to stick with Wentz. Foles is going to go somewhere. Someone will pay him probably 15.
I think Chicago would be a great move. I really think that'd be his best move.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick, he'll go somewhere.
Oh yeah,
He shouldn't start again. He's not a starter.
He's guy.
But he'll get paid pretty. He'll get 5-6 million.
Again, your starter gets hurt, throw him in for
Yep.
6-7 games. He'll do his job. He'll do what is asked of him to do.
Yep, and that's fine. I would love him here in Cleveland. I wouldn't mind Nick Mullins.
Yeah, if
you and I are high on Nick Mullins. I like the kid. I like what he brings to a team. I like the youth. I like his attitude in general about it.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a good pickup. I mean, just a backup.
Oh yeah, I mean if realistically, if Nick Mullins wants to go play as a starter, he could probably go somewhere. Granted, I don't know if
I think he needs a little more work, but
for sure.
I think in the next 2 years he could start for a team
again, but he might want to stay in San Francisco because of Jimmy Garoppolo's still recovering.
Yeah, Jimmy G's.
You don't know.
Keeps getting dead. I don't get it.
If that ACL comes to bother him,
oh yeah,
he could be that guy in San Francisco in a couple years.
Yeah,
he really could.
Yeah, he really could.
Because Garoppolo's 27, Mullins is like 23, 24, 22, 23.
You're not wrong. So yeah, he could. Yeah, if he stays in San Francisco, plus it's nicer weather out there. So he could probably save himself a little bit. What are you going to do?
And plus, their head coach, was it Shanahan? He's not a bad coordinator. He's a good offense coordinator. He's a good...
Was it Kyle? Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
I like him. Yeah. I don't mind him. I liked him. I didn't hate him in Cleveland.
No.
When he was here that year with Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was no talent on that team.
No, there's not. All right, moving on. Our last topic, and this is all hypothetical, what ifs, NCAA football playoffs improvements.
Yeah,
this is all what we want to see improved for the college football playoffs because we were tired of watching this garbage.
Yeah, the college football playoffs to me was like it didn't feel like it was the college football playoffs. It just kind of felt like Alabama Clemson, which it's been like that.
Which is whatever, and I don't know if there's necessarily any way to get away from that unless we. Unless we widen the playoffs and we split the divisions. Or we split into two divisions. So it would be, our idea is the Power 5 and then everybody else.
Yeah, the Power 5 conference.
Yes.
The Power 5 conferences, yeah.
Yes. And then everybody else.
Yeah, the Power 5 conferences are the ACC, the Big 10, Big 12, SEC, did I say ACC? No, Pac-12. Pac-12, yeah.
And everybody else.
So essentially, the Power 5 conferences are all the teams you usually see on ESPN, on TV, all the time.
Yeah, they're the teams other than Notre Dame this year that are always in the playoffs.
UCF, yep. Yeah, the only teams.
So this is, you go to 8 teams in the playoffs instead of the 4.
Yeah, for both the two divisions.
For both divisions, because you split it up. So both divisions would have top 25 standings, and they would both have their own playoffs, and they would end up playing each other in their
division.
So instead of the gimme games, or what I call gimme games, like Bama versus Citadel, that's not going to happen anymore because every game is going to be a game you got to fight for.
Yeah.
So like the Bama game, you could say Tua, he didn't play many fourth quarters.
Oh no, he didn't have to because they were already up 42-0.
Exactly. So
middle of the second quarter.
In this type of scenario, you would hope to get away from that.
Yes.
You would hope to, he wants to go pro, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. You're going to have the time now. You're playing them fourth quarters.
You're playing.
Because you're playing against competition. You're playing against guys that are supposed to be at your level.
Yeah, even if you're playing like a middle-of-the-road Pac-12 team, there's still maybe a couple guys on that team that could be in the NFL.
Yeah.
So again, even if you're not playing, you're playing at least a better competition or more quality that you could be seeing in the NFL scouts can say like, hey, he's playing against some good competition consistently, and he's producing consistently.
Yes. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. That's what we want to see is a more competitive college football and a more entertaining college football.
Yeah, because I feel like it's just been kind of like lackluster the last couple of years because you're just kind of seeing the same thing over and over. Granted,
don't get me wrong. By he, I mean Saban. He built Bama.
Oh yeah, Alabama was bad when he when he first came to Alabama. They were pretty bad. I mean, it's been a long time coming for all this.
It's true.
I mean, do what he did.
Yep, I agree.
And same with the Clemson. I mean, they were not much. I mean, they were okay. Then Dennis Swinney comes in.
Yep, that's very true.
I mean, and look at Bama and Clemson. They're producing NFL talent left and right as well. So, yep. I mean.
I mean, the other conferences outside of the Power 5, they'd be able to showcase their own players, too. Instead of sitting there and...
Yeah, looking at the...
You know, on the national level, you never make the top 25.
Yeah, because then you're looking...
And you get beat out of all the bowl games. You get beat down by the Power 5s,
Well, yeah, and they're playing in pointless bowl games. Like,
Yeah.
no one wants to watch Ohio
No.
versus, like UCF, or not even UCF, just like a Houston, Ohio versus Houston in like
Yep.
some bowl game in like December 15th. No one wants to see
No,
that.
nobody wants to see that. So when you do it like this, you're going to have the same amount of bowl games. Because that's what you have.
Or
But
it would just be, say, the playoffs. Just you can name it something else other than like the Power 5 playoffs and name it like the other other conference.
But
playoffs,
you're going to have that national presence in your games.
And then you're looking at guys that could be like your middle guys that in like the middle rounds.
And you're
late
playing
rounds.
for something. You're not just playing for...
And these guys can, and some of these like guys in these smaller programs can at least say that they're playing against their top tier competition. And say they can at least maybe give themselves a shot at the NFL or the Canadian Football League, just somewhere to get their foot in the
Canadian,
door.
yeah.
Just somewhere.
So sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you know. So I feel like it would just help with the overall talent. Like just the NFL, I think this would help with the NFL, saying that they can see more talent in a national setting against the premier competition of their divisions.
I agree.
So,
I agree. But that is our show today. Thank you all for listening. Go ahead and click that bell. Make sure you get these notifications for when these videos go up. Once again, tell everybody you know about us.
Give us
tell
feedback anyway.
everybody.
Yeah.
Any feedback you have is good feedback. Find us on Facebook. Look for the show. That's where we post a lot of content throughout our week.
Instagram,
yeah. Twitter at @sportsav_. That is our Twitter. Thank you once again. Have a good day. God bless.